The sleek black car pulled up outside Jungkook's apartment at exactly 7:55 a.m., its tinted windows reflecting the cracked pavement and faded graffiti of the neighborhood. Jungkook stood at the curb, his breath visible in the chilly morning air, clutching the surrogacy contract like it was his only anchor. He'd barely slept, his mind tangled with Taehyung's words, "You'll be tied to me, Jian." The weight of that promise, a threat, clung to him like damp clothes. The driver, a stoic man in a crisp uniform, opened the door without a word. Jungkook slid into the back seat, the leather cool against his worn jeans. The car smelled faintly of cedars and something expensive, a stark reminder of the world he was stepping into. As they sped toward Kim Enterprises, Jungkook's phone buzzed in his pocket. He pulled it out, his heart sinking at the sight of a text from his brother. "Junghan, mom's asking for you. She's having a rough morning. Can you come by later?" Guilt twisted in Jungkook's chest. He typed a quick reply, "I'll be there after this meeting. Promise," and shoved the phone back in his pocket. He couldn't afford to be distracted, not when facing Kim Taehyung again. The billionaire's intensity was like a blade, sharp and unrelenting, and Jungkook needed to be ready. The car pulled up to the same towering skyscraper, and Jungkook was escorted to Taehyung's office once more. This time, Taehyung was seated behind his massive desk, his attention fixed on a tablet. He didn't look up as Jungkook entered, but the air shifted, charged with the same commanding presence that made Jungkook's pulse race. "You're on time," Taehyung said, his voice smooth but edged, like velvet over steel. He finally glanced up, his dark eyes locking onto Jungkook's. "Did you read the contract?" Jungkook nodded, setting the folder on the desk. "I did. I signed it." His voice wavered slightly, betraying the nerves he'd tried to bury. The contract was daunting, pages of legal jargon about medical procedures, confidentiality, and Taehyung's expectations for his heir. It felt like signing away a piece of himself. Taehyung leaned back in his chair, studying him. "No questions? No demands?" Most people would have tried to negotiate. Jungkook shifted uncomfortably, his fingers twisting the hem of his sweater. "I don't have anything to negotiate with," he admitted. "I need the money." "You know that." Taehyung's expression didn't change, but something flickered in his eyes. Curiosity, maybe, or something darker. "Honesty," he murmured. "That's rare." He stood, circling the desk to stand closer, his heightened presence making Jungkook feel small. "But don't mistake this for charity, Jian. If you're in, you're in completely. No backing out. No mistakes." Jungkook's jaw tightened. "I'm not planning to mess this up. I know what's at stake." "Do you?" Taehyung's voice was low, almost a challenge. He stepped closer, close enough that Jungkook could smell the faint cedar of his cologne. "You're stepping into my world. People will watch you, judge you. Some will try to use you to get to me. Are you prepared for that?" Jungkook's breath hitched, but he held Taehyung's gaze. "I'm not afraid of people talking. I've been through worse." Taehyung's lips twitched, a ghost of a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "We'll see." He gestured to a chair. "Sit. We need to discuss logistics." As Jungkook sat, Taehyung outlined the next steps: medical screenings, a strict schedule, and a confidentiality agreement that felt like a gag order. Jungkook listened, nodding, but his mind wandered to his mother, lying in a hospital bed, and Junghan, who'd been forced to grow up too fast. This contract wasn't just about money, it was about saving the only family he had left. "You're distracted," Taehyung said suddenly, snapping Jungkook back to the present. His tone was sharp, but there was a trace of something softer beneath it. If you can't focus, this won't work. Jungkook's cheeks flushed. I'm sorry. It's just, my mom's not doing well. I got a text before I came here. Taehyung's expression didn't soften, but he tilted his head, studying Jungkook like a puzzle he couldn't quite solve. Your mother? He said slowly. That's why you're doing this? Jungkook nodded, his throat tight. She's been sick for years. Cancer. The treatments are expensive, and we're drowning. For a moment, Taehyung said nothing, his gaze distant. Then, almost too quietly, he asked, what's her name? Jungkook blinked, surprised. Soojin. Jian Soojin? Taehyung nodded, as if filing the information away. You're doing this for her. That's admirable. The word sounded foreign on his tongue, like he wasn't used to giving compliments. He turned away, facing the window. But don't let it cloud your judgment. Emotions make you sloppy. Jungkook bristled, his earlier defiance flaring. I'm not sloppy. I'm here, aren't I? I signed your contract. I'm doing what you asked. Taehyung turned back, his eyes narrowing. You're here because of a mistake. Don't forget that. The words stung, sharper than Jungkook expected. He stood, his hands clenched at his sides. Maybe I'm a mistake to you, but I'm not here to fail. You don't know me, Mr. Kim. You don't know what I'm capable of. The air crackled with tension, Taehyung's gaze boring into him. For a moment, Jungkook thought he'd gone too far, that Taehyung would tear up the contract and send him away. But instead, the billionaire's lips curved into that faint, almost dangerous smile. You keep surprising me, GM Jungkook. Before Jungkook could respond, the office door opened, and a man in a sharp suit stormed in, his face flushed with urgency. Taehyung, we have a problem. The board's calling an emergency meeting. They're questioning the surrogacy plan. Someone leaked it. Taehyung's expression darkened, his body tensing like a coiled spring. Who's the man? Likely an advisor? Shook his head. We don't know yet. But they're digging into the agency's records. If they find out about the mix-up, Taehyung's eyes flicked to Jungkook, a storm brewing behind them. Get out, he said, his voice low and dangerous, though it wasn't clear if he was speaking to Jungkook or the advisor. Jungkook didn't wait to find out. He grabbed his backpack and hurried out, his heart racing. As the elevator doors closed, he leaned against the wall, the contract still clutched in his hand. He'd signed up for money, for his family, but now he was caught in something bigger, something that felt like it could swallow him whole. And yet, as he replayed Taehyung's words, you keep surprising me, a small, reckless part of him wondered what it would be like to keep surprising the ruthless billionaire. To break through that icy exterior. To be more than a mistake.